Welcome my fellow Clashers from around the world. Thank you so much for checking out Clash of Clans attacks, where today we're talking about dragon attacks by the numbers. We're going over these 7 simple steps to winged fire-breathing success post-Eagle Artillery buff at Town Hall 11. We will break down these individual attacks and show exactly the steps to success. For the second replay, we will go over all 7 steps, but for this one, let's just take a look at the air defenses. That is the primary concern whenever I do an air attack. I'm looking at these air defenses and where they are located. The air sweepers, they are secondary, although in this attack they are pointed away from the lower left, so it's a bit of a bonus, and the Eagle Artillery is on the close side. We want to try to get to it early whenever possible. So we begin every attack with an Earthquake spell and a pair of Lightnings, taking out one of the air defenses. Any other damage is a bonus. You can see the Eagle Artillery damaged, the X-Bow damaged, and a Mortar taken out as well. So with that air defense safely out of the equation, we drop the dragons and send the single Lava Hound. Well, okay, most of the time when I bring a clan castle, I send a Lava Hound in, but yes, I did this attack without a clan castle, so imagine that balloon basically pathing where the Lava Hound would have, more or less. Obviously now it goes off to the right, but this just reinforces my opinion that dragon attacks are super powerful right now, especially since a lot of attackers have focused on defending against ground attacks as the golem meta has become so powerful, and we see a lot of X-Bows set to ground, although it's going to be one of those things where you've got to pick which type of attack you're trying to defend against. There's always going to be attackers that come from the ground or the air. In this case, this base, perfect victim for an air attack. You can see the Warden still off, finishing off structures, and now I'm working on getting that second star, getting in and after the Town Hall. Even though I didn't bring the Lava Hound, no clan castle whatsoever, I've still got 53% with just the dragons, and now unfortunately the Eagle Artillery is going to annihilate my little individual troops. The poor archer goes down, but we did get through the wall, and now the Barbarian, he's going to get targeted by it. The wall breakers, terrible timing. This was not good timing right here. No, they go right on top of where the Barbarian was and fail to get that wall down. So I've got to use the King to try to get through this wall, and it doesn't look good at this point. I would have to say the odds are definitely against me getting the second star for the Town Hall. I hit the Iron Fist. He rushes in, he's going in and taking out structures left and right. Finally, we are going to get the Eagle Artillery out of the way, and the Barbarian King doing a great job getting a few other structures down, and yes, the Archer Queen is going to go after that Town Hall. Love that extra range, love the fact that there were no skeletons in there, and again, despite the fact that I didn't bring a Town Hall, she is going to grab that second star and an easy 2-star attack using dragons against this Town Hall 11, and I take home 11 trophies. Alright, so here we go by the numbers, steps 1 through 7 on this attack, and you can see I have shown you where the air defenses are that I am focused on. I'm going to go after the far air defense, the top right air defense with the earthquakes and the lightning spell, and I will talk about exactly why I do that in the third attack. So step number 1, 1 earthquake, 2 lightning spells on one of the 4 air defenses. There it goes, it is out of the way, any collateral damage a bonus. Step number 2, drop the Clan Castle Hound and the funnel dragons, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, to take out the edge structures so that the rest of your dragons can head right down the middle. And that's step number 3. Drop the remainder of the dragons and quickly drop that Grand Warden. You need that aura affecting those dragons and as many dragons as possible. And speaking of as many dragons as possible, step number 4, make sure that your rage spells are enraging as many dragons as you can. That is key. Timing and placement of those rage spells can be the difference between a win and a loss. And get ready for it. Here comes step number 5, and that is, yes, you've got to use that Eternal Tome early, and also, whenever possible, time it with the timing of the eagle so that it protects against the shells falling from the sky. And right on to step number 6, freeze the Inferno Towers, and yes, do a better job than I did. I could have frozen both Inferno Towers with 1 free spell, failed to do it, but know that when there is only a Town Hall between the Inferno Towers, or only 4 spaces, you can drop 1 centered free spell and grab both Inferno Towers at the same time. So we've got the near one down, the dragons, the warden going to work on that Town Hall, but the far single target Inferno is going to burn through the last of the dragons before they get that Town Hall down. But in the meantime, the fringe dragons, the funnel dragons, are going to grab the first star, an easy first star, well past 50%. And the single target Inferno going to work on whoever is left in the center. But now it is time for step number 7, and that is go get that town hall. Now, I probably could dedicate an entire strategy video just talking about this phase of dragon attacks because there are a lot of different factors to work with. There are different army compositions that people bring in order to grab that second star. But usually for me, it's about 5 wall breakers, a pair of archers, 3 barbarians, and if I can, I save the poison spell for the very end. Wall breakers going in, getting that second layer of walls down. There it is. Big gaping hole. There's the poison spell. Not an ideal placement of that. Should have waited a little bit longer. It is going to be ineffective. And a golem comes out. This is bad news. We've got 2 expos raining down on the barbarians, the barbarian king. The golem comes out, met with a single target inferno as well that of course loves to eat my king up for lunch. And the archer queen suffering a lot of damage. She's got twin golemites to deal with. She uses the royal cloak, gets him down, moves on to the town hall, and that is the end of the town hall. And that is the second star in this attack. And not only that, but yes, it is the attack that got me back into Legends League after the recent Gala Rage episode. I was in Titan again, and this was the attack that got me back to exactly 5,000 trophies. Second time I've been promoted to Legend League. Glad to get that behind me. I do not want that to happen again if I can avoid it. So let's move on to one more. And this attack was done live on camcord, so a little pressure, but of course, you'll notice that the Eagle Artillery is under construction, so that was definitely an advantage in my court. But right here, we're going to talk about why I lightning and earthquake the far air defense and go after the near one. And that is, check out the Lava Hound. As it settles over that near air defense, it is drawing the fire from all of these defensive structures in the area. And rather than firing on the dragons, they're firing on the Lava Hound and in turn will fire on the Lava Hound's pups. If I had sent the Lava Hound in after that far air defense and lightning earthquake the near one, you're not going to see that same usefulness, and all of those near defensive structures would be firing on my dragons, and it's too early for me to use the Eternal Tome. So really what you're seeing is a bunch of distraction and shielding from the Lava Hound early in the attack, and then followed quickly by more shielding from the Eternal Tome. So a lot of time is spent keeping all of those defenses off of the dragons as they move in. There goes the Eternal Tome. There is the first of 2 rage spells, waiting on that freeze spell, waiting on the second rage. There goes the second rage, trying to grab as many dragons as I can. The freeze spell on that Inferno Tower and also stopping the air sweeper. You'll notice though, I ignored the air sweeper placement this time and it really did not have an effect on this raid. Even going right after that air sweeper, usually dragons can still overwhelm the village, and that is exactly what is going to happen here. 52% damage. Again, the Eagle Artillery was down, but hey, look at how far these dragons are going to go. I think with the Eagle up, they still easily get 50%, but with all of the defenses that were under construction, these dragons will go way past 70% damage before they are done. I'm just going to very patiently wait, and that's another thing. There's no reason, especially with attacks lasting 3.5 minutes now, there's no reason to rush and get your heroes going before the dragons have gone as far as they possibly can, because you want to make sure as many distractions as possible are out of the way. So also check out the Barbarians. You can use them to get an idea of where wall breakers will go, where your king and queen will go, and that is a good wall to get down. That is a path right towards the town hall. So we're going to work on that slowly but surely, dropping in our Barbarians. They're going to get through that wall, maybe give them a little bit more help. So I drop an archer down, she's going to help them out, targeting the same spot, so that's good, and that way we can save these remaining 4 wall breakers to get through that inner wall, although technically we don't need it. You know that the archer queen can easily shoot over those 2 spaces that are in the way right there and take that town hall down. But as this attack progresses, you will see that I didn't even need the Archer Queen. She could have stayed home, and we would have 2-starred this base just with the Barbarian King. I activated his Iron Fist early so that the single target Inferno would hopefully target a Barbarian and not him. That worked out. Town Hall goes down, 2nd star, and I'm going to go ahead and let this attack run out just to see how far we can get. And it turns out I get awfully close to a 3-star attack. This was wrapping up a camcord stream, would have been absolutely epic. Could we have 3-starred this base for the end of the stream? It didn't quite happen. The Archer Queen all by her lonesome, even with her ability, can't quite get the job done, and we end up with a 2-star win and 95% damage. So that is going to wrap up Dragons by the Numbers. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. Subscribe for daily Clash of Clans and Clash Royale content. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. And of course, I hope to see all of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, do you paint by numbers too? What a good boy.